watch my morning stream. Today we're going to play Dear Esther. It's a very slow-paced storytelling game. Let's see. I have nothing else to follow my screen time, my cell phone, because yeah, I only have one monitor, and yeah, that's like a little hindrance. Now everything should be set up, so let's play. The lighthouse, the buoy, the caves, the beacon, so it has like 4 chapters. Okay, the lighthouse. Let's go. Frame drops like 9. Okay.
Dear Esther, the morning after I was washed ashore, salt in my ears, sand in my mouth, and the waves always at my ankles, I felt as though everything had conspired to this one last shipwreck. I remembered nothing but water, stones in my belly and my shoes, threatening to drag me under to where only the most listless of creatures swim.
Interesting. So I'm finding myself on some shore. And really remember nothing. Okay, so it's a first person view. Looks very nice. This scenery. Can I go here? Okay, I can go underwater, but it might not be a good idea. Does this actually have a jump? Where is it? Keyboard, mouse. Edit keys and buttons. Move back, left traffic. Move forward from the left. Quick save F6, quick load F7, take screenshot F5. Swim up, go. Move back. This does not jump. If I'm right, this just... Yeah, it looks like it just does not. Let's see if it does not. No. It did not reset my. Okay, it did not. So I cannot jump. Is there something to... Forward, backward, left, right. So normal buttons. Swim up is Q, but zoom in. Okay, maybe it does not show if I'm done. Yeah, I don't like games where I cannot jump, but what can I do? Let's see what we have here. Let's search the house. Okay. So it's an auto flashlight. Weird. Was there like some button for move forward, move back, zoom in, mouse to miscellaneous. Okei, täällä on... Nää. These settings are a little stupid. I could actually do little HUD layout, camera. Let's make it little smaller. Yeah, these sounds are creepy. This game has a very good atmosphere. It's some chemical formula, I think. It looks like it at least. There was like nothing here. Luminous premium. So it's something that glows in the dark. Why luminous paint? Okay, I watched this, I saw the whole room. There's like nothing here. But how about this? What? Yeah. Do not say that. No, it works. I don't know why this jumps to the dam. If I were a professional, that would be unacceptable, but yeah. Computers live life of their own. Let's go see what happens. Yeah, this has a good tension to it. I like it. Okay. Yes, a beach. Anything. Here's some basket. There has been something, maybe base. I like this game.
At night, you can see the lights sometimes from a passing tanker or trawler. From up on the cliffs, they are mundane. But down here, they fugue into ambiguity. For instance, I cannot readily tell if they belong above or below the waves.
Yeah.
The distinction now seems banal. Why not everything and all at once? There's nothing better to do here than indulge in contradictions whilst waiting for the fabric of life to unravel.
Yeah. This guy is a real philosopher. It's a very beautiful game. Or a storybook, or what do you want to call this? Should I remember this?
Dear Esther, I found myself to be as featureless as this ocean, as shallow and unoccupied as this bay, a listless wreck without identification. My rocks are these bones, and a careful fence to keep the precipice at bay. Shot through me caves, my forehead a mount. This aerial will transmit into me so. All overexposed, the nervous system, where Donnelly's boots and yours and mine still trample. I will carry a torch for you. I will leave it at the foot of my headstone. You will need it for the tunnels that carry me under.
Yeah, that's scary. This guy is quite a dark-minded type. Okay, here's something. Wreck. How in hell it's in here now then? Car door. Maybe some drift parts. Drift parts. Seems like there's not much here. I cannot go up. It's a shame they didn't build a jump in this. Here's some drawing. I nearly missed it. What is this? There was like some photo mode. Take a screenshot F5. Okay. Maybe it took it, maybe it did not. It does not tell me anyway. This is the funny part of streaming. Was it F5? Yeah, it should be F5. It will still, yeah, it saves the game. And if I press this, nothing. Okay, let's go another way. This is a very dark place. No. That's verse 5. Nothing. There's nothing else here. Can I see the screenshot somewhere? No. I cannot. Is there some audio video control mouse? Okay, let's resume. It has some bugs. PC games, especially this, let's say, independent type of games, little more underground games like this tend to be buggy. Yeah, I like kind of game here There was stairs up. But maybe I'll check the other way. There were stairs up, but maybe I'll just check the other way. Yeah, here's the path. Okay. Okay. And here's a lighthouse. So this is the lighthouse. Is it somehow possible to get up there? Or should I just go around somewhere? Not from here at least. There has been stairs, but there's no more stairs up. Yeah, the stairs have fallen off and I cannot jump. But is there something on the floor? No. Just paint. Okay, now let's go up. There's some new lighthouse there. Not manned one. Or is it? I don't know. Can I get up? Can I get up? Seems I cannot. It's fallen down. Hey, yeah, I actually can if I go the right way.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
There's like Hermit of the Cave, 116 years later. Nothing here. Are these the stairs up? No. Not these. Can I get up? No, I'm gonna fall down. Okay. So, what should I find? This is the place where I came. Where the stairs up? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so I can get up here. Oh yeah. The game has been designed so that if you try to come that way, you will fall down. So close, but still so far.
A wonderful sight. The moon cresting the junction between the cliff path and the stone circle.
Yeah.
It cast a shadow of the ridge across the beach. All the world was as if you had signed your name in untidy handwriting.
Yeah, I think it takes the screenshots because when I pressed F5 when he's speaking, it gives me some, clipping the speech. Maybe I can use these as thumbnails. This music.
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boat, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
Yeah, it's not. This sounds in this game, damn, these are really cool and spooky. It's a desolate place in the middle of nowhere. Just hear the sea and the simple music.
I quote directly, a motley lot with little to recommend. I have now spent 3 days in their company. That is, I fear, enough for any man not born amongst them. Despite their tedious inclination to quote scripture, they seem to me the most God-forsaken of all the inhabitants of the outer isles. Indeed, in this case, the very gravity of that term, forsaken by God, seems to find its very apex. It appears to me that Donnelly, too, found those who wander this shoreline to be adrift from any chance of redemption. Did he include himself in that, I wonder?
This is the coolest game I've seen in a long time. Can you even call this a game? It's like a visual storybook. I love Ubisoft's Child of Light.
Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason, or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
There's a shipwreck. This is a big island. Big and desolate. Only stones everywhere. No another soul anywhere. Okay.
This hermit, this seer, this distant historian of bones and old bread, where did he vanish to? Why? Asked the farmers. Why? Asked Jakobsen. Why bother with your visions at all, if you're just to throw your arms up at the cliff and let it close in behind you and seal you into the belly of the island, a museum shut to all but the most devoted?
This guy is quite a poet. Okay, so okay. Here's the hole. This is the luminous paint. But why were like all these? Well, I have lots of time to crack these puzzles if there is some. Why has somebody painted this stuff here? Okay, here's some fish and bones and moldy bread and paint can. Anything else under this? Does not seem to. It's like a sacrifice. I don't know. nothing here. Here are there's some paint cans. Okay. Must be this way out. What's the whole story behind this? I wish I knew. This music. Simple but good, very good.
The vegetation here has fossilized from the roots up. To think they once grazed animals here, the remnants of occupation being evidence to that. It is all sick to death. The water is too polluted for the fish, the sky is too thin for the birds, and the soil is cut with the bones of hermits and shepherds. I've heard it said that human ashes make great fertilizer, that we could sow a forest from all that is left of your hips and ribcage, with enough left over to thicken the air and repopulate the bay.
Nice thoughts, nice thoughts. Yeah, human ashes are good fertilizer, I know, but this place looks beauty of these graphics. Nice, really nice. So beautiful. Okay, here's still more of this stuff. Mysterious paintings everywhere. Any of these stones have them. You know, maybe it's just this is just nature's doings. This is actually a really beautiful game, or a walk in the park or something, I don't know. I really like this game. Okay, so weights, units 3 chemistry, and I think the other one is Bible. Interesting combination, religion. and chemistry. Okay, this is the place where I came, so... It's a path straight forward, I think, and then this place. Damn, soda makes me burps. Okay. So, this is the place. The wind is howling. Why should anyone paint chemistry? Or this kind of, let's say, formulas in the stones on a desolate island like this. This is the best walk in the park game for a long time I played. It's a very murky place. Nothing in the walls here. Nothing. I'm going down. Okay, it's loading.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
So, what is this guy talking about? This is the place where I came from. Can I get back up? I don't think I can, so it's only one way. Okay, here's the shipwreck. Let's go see what's in here. Old fishing boats or freight liners. It's a ship graveyard. This reminds the game Rule of the Rose. This music for PlayStation. Is this only for looking sceneries? Let's save. If it somehow would crash, I could start where I left. This game has a very good tension, it has a very good atmosphere. I like
An imagined answer phone message. The tires are flat, the wheel spins loosely, and the brake fluid has run like ink over this map, staining the landmarks and rendering the coastline mute, compromised. Where you saw galaxies, I saw only bruises, cut into the cliff by my lack of sobriety.
What's in here? Okay, there's the buoy. The path ends here. Okay. Who is this Esther? Is it a woman? Or something else? Okay, I almost missed this, so I can get down here. It's a shipwreck. It gives creaking noises. All the equipment. The same glow paint. What is the thing with this glowing paint? Can I get to the ship? I don't think so. I cannot get into the ship. Maybe through this container. No. The freight containers have broken the whole ship into hull. I don't know. Has there been some gigantic storm that basically has crashed these ships into the shore? I think so. Load CUE app. And here's a car seat.
I had kidney stones, and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
So has somebody died in a car accident or what? Okay, I think I did a full circle, so... If I go up here... Yeah, there are the ships. Okay. I go check this place. Yes, the steering wheel. I'll go check this one here. I don't think this character can even run. At least no, I don't think. Done.
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
Yeah. Is this guy a hermit? Apparently, he's alone on this island, but... Is this guy somehow delusional? Does this path go into two pieces or what? Where does this go?
When I first looked into the shaft, I swear I felt the stones in my stomach shift in recognition.
So, it's a very deep gorge. Wind is howling there. Right. Okay, this band comes here also. Let's see. This has once been a very interesting...
I've begun to climb, away from the sea and towards the center. It is a straight line to the summit, where the evening begins to coil around the aerial and squeeze the signals into early silence. The bothy squats against the mount to avoid the gaze of the aerial. I too will creep under the island like an animal and approach it from the northern shore.
Interesting music. Okay, so we have done some surgery here. I cannot see what reads in the bottle, but probably some anesthetic. This is a one weird hospital. Some old fun. Nice view. Very nice view. It would be nice to live in a place like this, but it's middle of nowhere.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
Why I just got the déjà vu. I haven't played this before. Is something bad going to happen? This is from goats. That's interesting. This is not the same hut I was before. No. Okay, there's the fish and the arrow. What does this all mean? Yeah, he built the house and dreamed of getting married, but never got that far, sadly. What is that? Sad fate. Sad fate, very sad fate. Nice house anyway. It was a nice house for its time.
When the oil lamps ran out, I didn't pick up a torch, but used the moonlight to read by. When I've pulled the last shreds of sense from it, I will throw Donnelly's book from the cliffs, and perhaps myself with it. Maybe it will wash back up through the caves and erupt from the spring when the rain comes, making its return to the hermit's cave. Perhaps it will be back on the table when I wake. I think I may have thrown it into the sea several times before.
This guy was completely nuts. What book is this? Can I read it from here? Written history. I don't know. All of this must make sense somehow. Okay, there's a picture from Röntgen or ultrasonic. I don't know. This guy took a bath. There's a sleeping bag. It looks like quite modern one. And a suitcase full of stuff and another book. He burned some books. Okay. Let's go here. So, what should I do?
Jakobsen's ribcage, they told Donnelly, was deformed, the result of some birth defect or perhaps a traumatic injury as a child. Brittle and overblown it was, and desperately light. Perhaps it was this that finally did for him, unable to contain the shattering of his heart. In half-light, his skeleton a discarded prop, a false and calcified seabird.
Interesting stuff. Look like there's some remains of some text, I don't know. Maybe just bad textures.
They found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. His fingernails were raw and bitten to the quick. They found the phosphorescent moss that grows in the caves deep under the nails. Whatever he'd been doing under the island when his strength began to fail is lost. He'd struggled halfway up the cliff again, perhaps in a delirium, perhaps trying to reach the Bothy's fire before curling into a stone and expiring.
Yeah. Sick and weak man. I don't know what he tried to do. This is a very interesting one actually. I don't know what's the zoom for in this game. Is it like an empty spray can or something? Here's an expired boat. How the mast has left. How the mast is still standing. Everything else rotten or burned away. It has clearly been burning and rotting at the same time. Boat. It looks like coal.
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
So he had no hope. He had no hope. Just use morphine and wait for death. There's a suitcase of books and clothes prone to this gorge. Hybrid and history. Nothing else than Oh. There's nothing else here. No. I cannot get up. Is there like oil in this water? Maybe some. It does not show colors when I use torch, but otherwise it does not look very clean. Here's a cave. There's a light in the cave. Place is glowing. What's in here? It's going deep underground. Damn, this is spooky looking place. Let's go down. Okay, I should go here. Ow. Ow, 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 ow.
Donnelly's addiction is my one true constant. Even though I wake in false dawns and find the landscape changing, flowing inconstantly through my tears, I know his reaching is always upon me.
So what just happened? I didn't fall down and die. No, I'm in some cave. I thought this was the end of the game, but yeah, it was not. I just fell down to some cave and I should have died. That's so high. That's so damn high. I should have broken. Okay, is my flashlight gone? I think it is. Okay, here's a candle. My flashlight is gone. Damn, this game looks good. I love this place. I really love this place. And this music gives me creeps in a good way. Gives me creeps in a good way. What are these? Must be just, rock formations. I'm not even bothered, even I feel like 100 meters underground. I don't know if I never get out from here. Okay.
They'd stop the traffic back as far as the Sandford Junction and come up the hard shoulder like radio signals from another star. It took 21 minutes for them to arrive. I watched Paul time it to the second on his watch.
This place is it's crazy beautiful. These paintings, I don't know what to think about them. It's a transformer. What? Yeah, it looks like a transformer. It's mixed electronics and chemistry. I don't know what this guy has drawn. Is there some puzzle? Yeah, it's electronics. Is this guy gone completely nuts? All the switches up. Or something, I don't know. Transformer. I don't really know what to think about this. So should I just go deeper underground? It looks like I have no other way to go. Some candles. These candles burn a very long time. Okay, let's go up and see what's in here. So, looks like there's no path than here. Okay. Let's go here. What's in here? Light shines through. Do I get out from here? Probably. This just takes me back down. Let's go here. Shall I be out from here? Okay, I end up to the other side of the waterfall. What now? Do I have to like go back down? Or... no, maybe I'll just go here. Let's see. There's a candle. It's a good sign. Probably a way marker. Mushrooms. Glowing mushrooms. Water and wind has carved these rocks during the years.
In my final dream, I sat at peace with Jakobsen and watched the moon over the Sandford Junction. Goats grazed on the hard shoulder, the world gone to weed and redemption. He showed me his fever scars, and I mine, between each shoulder the nascency of flight.
Fever scars. What do they say? What are fever scars? Okay, there's like a... This game's a very big place. So I came from there and... The water goes there, so it's probably going outside. Let's go check what's in there. It's a transistor, or basically, yeah, it might be a light emitting diode. Light coming out from the diode. Only contacting one way and light coming out. I think it's like that. Is this some kind of potentiometer? I think it is. So it's a dimmable LED. Maybe. Can I actually turn the sounds of this? Let's put it like here. Okay. Hope it didn't block my voice completely. What's on the other side? The same pictures over and over again. It's kind of a trimmer. Light emitting diodes and trimmers and some other schematics all over the cave walls. Okay. Anything here? Oh, something here. It has a switch. It has. What is the picture? What's in this picture? It must be some basic schematic. Okay. Now, should we go to the other direction? I like this game, or visual novel, or storybook, or whatever it is. Okay, there's a way up, but this game is not just running forward. This is like a, you should check all the places before you go forward type of game. Okay, so the other one is a light emitting diode, and this is a, it's kind of photodiode, I think. There's lots of weird stuff in this cave. So if I go here, what happens? Okay, is there like a... Yeah, it's like paper boats. Okay, I can get up here. Now. These drawings with the electronic schematics. What is the meaning of all this? Now let's go up. Grounding symbol and all the switches up. NH2, is it like a is this kinda, you know, it's some kind of electrolysis schematic, I think. And what's basically what is born when you do that. The fumes that come out when you use water as a electric conductor. guess again a paint can. It's painting. Interesting looking place. What's in here?
When I was coming round from the operation, I remember the light they shone in my eyes to check for pupil contraction.
So
It was
this
like
guy
staring
was
up
in
at a
car
moonlit sky
accident
from the bottom of a well. People
had to
moved
go
at the
through an
summit, but I could not
operation.
tell if you were one of them.
So he was half conscious. Here's a transformer schematic again. The schematic basically is, this is a weird one because the both sides have same kind of well, maybe schematics are just like that. Okay, I cannot get back up here, so this is the only way to go. More candles. What? Behold, Damascus. They. I don't know. This looks weird. Oh, here's everything on the walls. Drawn like this, it looks like a ramblings of a bad man. This guy has lots of paint. The mushrooms get this everything to glow. Mushrooms make everything here glow. Away from being a city. I'm going up somewhere. My nose is tingling. Sound of water. Okay. Is this some kind of, I don't know what it is that's hanging from the ceiling? So, is this a way out? These caves are creepy. Very beautiful, but creepy. It looks like an Acts 2:10. Is there only way the deeper the cave? Okay. Looks I can only get deeper. Whoa. Okay. Am I underwater? Can I get back? What just happened? What is it? Can I turn? Yeah, I can turn. I can swim up. And okay, I can get away from this pit. Is this a way out? Or is it, am I dead? What is it? It's loading. It's loading. So, the cave just looks going, it goes on. Okay, so I got out from somewhere. Candles. More candles. A tent. I cannot get in. They could have made like a, let's say, more options to this game, but yeah, this is great like this also. I have no...
I wish I could have known Donnelly in this place. We would have had so much to debate. Did he paint these stones or did I? Who left the pots in the hut by the jetty? Who formed the museum under the sea? Who fell silently to his death into the frozen waters? Who erected this godforsaken aerial in the first place? Did this whole island rise to the surface of my stomach, forcing the gulls to take flight?
Yeah, that's a good question. This would be a nice place to live. Okay, let's go see what's in here. This is a crazy contraption. It's some kind of a connecting board that looks like a big main switch. Main switch for that lighthouse, probably. I don't know. I would like to visit in a place like this at night time. Would be crazy. Crazy, you know, insanely. Okay. Insanely beautiful place. Okay. Let's go see where this goes. This is an insane walk. Insane nightly walk. Is this like a... These piers are in a very bad condition. I don't know how long it has been since somebody has been here. Probably like half a century. All these places are long gone. Somebody still
We shall
has...
begin to assemble our own version of the North Shore. We will scrawl in dead languages and electrical diagrams and hide them away for future theologians to muse and mumble over. We will send a letter to Esther Donnelly and demand her answer. We will mix the paint with ashes and tarmac and the glow from our infections. We will paint a moon over the Sanford Junction and blue lights falling like stars along the hard shoulder.
Okay, I can get up here. Old photos. So, these guys were basically covering the stuff from the people of the future. This is kinda interesting. Luminous Paint Premium Plus. Longer lasting. Okay. Does this go? Yeah, it goes back to the same K. Seems I have somebody watching my stream. Yeah, thank you. This game is somehow crazy beautiful. Has some weird stuff. Yeah, I like them both. Let's take some screenshots. Yeah, it reads in the description. It should read in the description of the stream. This is basically a visual novel. It's a... What was the name of this game? This is like a... I don't know how to describe this, but it's a damn nice game. Yeah, I can actually... It's a... It does not show. Dear Esther. Dear Esther is the name of this game. So the game's called Dear Esther. It was originally, I think it was a Half-Life mod, and they basically developed it to a game of its own. It's basically a product of some little studio, and they mostly do the best stuff, so yeah, I'm always looking this kind of weird stuff because I like it. I just stumbled over this game on the internet, and I basically didn't know anything about this before. And now I'm completely damn hooked. So it's basically an old Half-Life mod made to its own game. And this is a very peculiar game, and I love this. Oh yeah, those sounds. Yeah, it's some kind of chemical formula. Here's a picture of someone. Looks like a man with spears. What? And a few candles. This is the best stuff I've seen in a long time. This is not even a new game, and it looks this good. Yeah.
There were chemical stains on the tarmac, the leak of air conditioning, brake fluid and petrol. He kept sniffing at his fingers as he sat by the roadside, waiting as if he couldn't quite understand or recognize their smell. He said he'd been traveling back from a sales conference in Exeter. He'd stopped for farewell drinks earlier, but had kept a careful eye on his intake. You could hear the sirens above the idling traffic.
So I don't know what this guy is mumbling about, but it seems he's somehow messing up a traffic accident and mumblings from some weird hermit on this forgotten island. I don't know. That's what makes it so interesting. There's parts from some car. This is a weird game because normally you should pick up something and build something and solve puzzles, and this basically this far has none. So it's just a walk in a park type of game, but it's a damn good one. I would like this character to have a jump button, but well, you cannot get everything. I don't know what they have written all over the stones, but well, if you like this stuff, then tell your friends and tell them to subscribe my channel, because I'm going to play the whole game. This is the first chapter of this. I'm always looking new audience. I
From
only have
here,
like
I can see my
51
armada.
subscribers.
I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you
Okay,
into the
I
creases,
actually
and
saw
then,
those boats on
as
the
the
way
sun
here.
was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
The whole game is like a sad poem about the broken man or something like this. Yeah, some of the paper boats he made. Many of them. Yes, modern. This building looks much more modern than most of the stuff here. I came from here and let's see anything interesting here. Oh, on a sudden, light from heaven shone around him and he fell to the ground. Sorry, I have to take a little break. A few minutes, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Ah, well, maybe he's gone, but he or she, I don't know, but well. Nothing here. I'm gonna play the whole game. I thought these chapters would be much shorter, but basically, I don't know. This stuff is so good that I don't want this to end.
When Paul keeled over dead on the road to Damascus, they resuscitated him by hitting him in the chest with stones gathered by the roadside. He was lifeless for 21 minutes, certainly long enough for the oxygen levels in his brain to have decreased and caused hallucinations and delusions of transcendence.
Stuff messed with this.
I'm running out of painkillers, and the moon has become almost unbearably bright.
So guy is dying. Okay, is there something? No. Just seems to be two different paths. I have to admit, this is a very beautiful game. This is a one of a kind masterpiece of a kind, I think, because there are us people who don't like so much about the fast-paced action.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
There's a modern mast on this island. Some kind of modern lighthouse. The old ones were much more beautiful, much more interesting. He was proceeding on his journey. And he was proceeding on his journey. How were they able to paint there? Well, maybe it's possible to stand here, but I don't know. Weird nutcases. And he was come near, coming to Spain, to Damascus. So it's basically a road to Damascus. And he
If only Donnelly had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
And neither did he. I don't know. And neither did eat nor drink. Okay. Eat nor drink, yeah. And he was tired. And he was 3 days without sight. Shirt by sight. 3 days without sight. This place is truly God-forsaken. They had nothing else to do than paint with glow paint all this stuff to the rocks.
The stones in my stomach will weigh me down and ensure my descent is true and straight. I will break through the fog of these godforsaken pills and achieve clarity. All my functions are clogged, all my veins are choked. If my leg doesn't rot off before I reach the summit, it will be a miracle. There are 21 connections in the circuit diagram of the anti-lock brakes. There are 21 species of gull inhabiting these islands. It is 21 miles between the Sandford Junction and the turn-off for home. All these things cannot, will not be a coincidence.
And it came to pass that as I made Okay, I'll check this house and so it's a circuit of anti-lock brakes. Damn, that's weird. Has this been some kind of bunker for a gun or what? Looks like there could have been a cannon or something here a long time ago. Okay, not much here. Anti-lock brakes. ABS brakes. ABS brakes. This is weird. And it came to pass that as I made my journey from some I don't know. It's messed up in a way. From Damascus, yeah, it's still the Damascus stuff. I don't know what this guy has been scrambling. Well, I don't know. It's hard to read from this angle.
Blind with panic, deaf with the roar of the caged traffic, heart stopped on the road to Damascus. Paul sat at the roadside, hunched up like a gull, like a bloody gull, as useless and as doomed as a syphilitic cartographer, a dying goat herd, an infected leg, a kidney stone, blocking the traffic bound for Sanford and Exeter. He was not drunk, Esther. He was not drunk at all. All his roads and his tunnels and his paths led inevitably to this moment of impact. This is not a recorded natural condition. He should not be sat there with his chemicals and his circuit diagrams. He should not be sat there at all.
This is going weird. Bite his hand. Off them. Stairs. Damn the people who came into Damascus. Am I now going to the lighthouse? There's a mast. So, it was schematic of anti-lock brakes.
I am the Ariel. In my passing, I will send news to each and every star.
Yeah, this guy says he's his own antenna sending messages everywhere.
Dear Esther, I have burnt my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him.
This guy
There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an Ariel, a beacon, that they will not forget you. We've always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
So this guy goes through everything just to jump to his death. Or what? Well, it's a classy way to go anyway. He does not fall. What? This is a crazy wood. first chapter of this game. Must be.
Come back.
So, is this guy in a hospital bed or something? What will happen? What happens now? I can still hear the sound of the ocean, sound of the sea. Nothing. Does this just make me wait or what? It's not. So? What now? Just wait. It's running. It's running. So, what now? Just black. Just black. It should not end like this. There should be something. Nothing happens. Okay, let's see. What is going to happen? Or is anything going to happen? Okay, let's do so that. Yeah, I'll try saving the game. Going to the main menu. Okay, can I now? Maybe it just ended like this. Or was it the whole game in here? Did I play the whole game? I think I just played the whole game. Yeah, I played the whole game. So this was it. Yeah. If I press here, does it go there? Yeah, so yeah, I thought this game would have many chapters I cannot get before I play the game, but yeah, this was it. So, This was the dear Esther. Yeah. Oh, okay. Now it's bye-bye from here. So it does not show me credits after the game. It just shows a black screen with voices of the scene. Well, no. Lazy Otaku over and out.